everybody. This is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com. This is my first live video, so I figure it'd probably be better to do this instead of do a video than upload it onto my or onto YouTube. So here's what I wanted to go through. Hopefully I'm able to do a video and just post later for people to see. But anyways, here's kind of what I'm going through right now. There's a massive 3,200 count box. These were in my garage, and I haven't gone through any of them at all. As a matter of fact, I've got a number of boxes like this one. Hold it up again here. It's huge. And it's kind of, I'm almost certain there's not going to be anything ridiculously awesome, because nowadays when it comes to us actually buying cards and getting a box that they're in packs or whatever, you start to think about the hits, and you kind of headhunt for those hits and nothing else. When I was growing up, it was wildly different. So what we would do back then is we would open, say, a box of 90 Donruss baseball, and just be excited about whatever was in the pack. And then what do you do after that? You either put them in order to try to make a set, or what you do is you basically put them off to the side, or put them in order of team, alphabetical. There's so many ways that you could do it. So I kind of want to throw back to that a little bit, at a time before the internet, a time where we were kind of limited to trading with people that were that was on our block, or at school or whatever. So anyways, and I'll show you kind of there's just such a random, it's so random. So to start off with, there's this Kirby Puckett here. I also noticed a 1970 Topps baseball checklist that was marked off front and back. So whoever, and it's kind of fun to go through these because it's kind of the remains of somebody's prize collection or something, right? But looks like this person was missing Denny McLain. I think he was the Cy Young Award winner in '68 or something, I remember correctly. Stanley, Edmondson, the 5th series checklist, Al Jackson, Pat Dobson, and Don Buford. Oh, and Brooks Robinson and Ron Santos. So those two were kind of hard to miss there, so, which is pretty cool. You can also tell this is something kind of fun as well. So there's a lot of 90 score here, and what I noticed is there's some that are front to back. So what I'm looking at whenever they do that is probably what happened is they had the 90 score set in here, or in a binder, and they pulled them out and just threw them in the box. So kind of fun. So we'll go through some of those and see if there's anything that's interesting. Probably not, but you take a look here, for instance. We actually got a run of some big time guys back in the day. Moise Alou, or Moises Alou, I don't know. Robin Ventura and Kevin Moss. We'll kick back there to early 90s prospecting, as well as Eric Anthony and John Olerud. You remember him? He was, I think, he actually wore a helmet or something like that whenever he was playing in the majors, even defense. You see this on the card. If I remember correctly, he had some sort of brain surgery or something like that, which is why he did that. So pretty interesting. There's Marquise Grissom. He was a base stealer. See if there's anything else. So there's a lot of them. I'm not going to go through every single card here of the 3,200 in the box, but there's so much different, so many different card makes and everything. There's Gary Carter, by the way. So it's kind of fun because you look at this means nothing right now, right? I mean, it just doesn't really mean anything. But back in 1990, you pull a Gary Carter, you're like, yeah, he's really cool, especially if you're a Carter fan. So let me go through and go to the next stack here. So I see some 87 Donruss, if you remember what those look like there. And let's see if there's anything in here whatsoever. Right now, I'm looking at Jackie Gutierrez, Barry Jones, Jerry Narron, Steve Lake. I can't tell you anything about any of these guys whatsoever. Lenny Dykstra. Let's see if there's anything else. There's Steve Carlton, Fred McGriff, Dave Henderson. So there's a couple guys that I would have been happy to have pulled back then for sure. And let's see here. See if there's anything else. Every now and then you'll run into something pretty cool. Like this is nothing to anybody outside of, Oakland fan, I guess you could say. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else. And then you have some of these as well. That's like 2008 Bowman Chrome. Yeah, I mean, so it's like such a good mix of cards. But like I said, probably not going to be a whole lot of like, or really any like massively awesome cards. But every now and then I do find stuff that's pretty cool in this. So here's some 2008 Bowman paper. Let's see if there's anything in there. There's a run of golds. And let's see, Gary Matthews, Tulowitzki, Beltran, Jorge Posada, Nick Swisher. So a lot of these guys y'all probably know more about now. And then all of a sudden, like you take a look, there's like a break from here to like pro debut. It looks like a minor league card foil to Edgar Martinez at 98, 97, 99, something like that. 99 Skybox Metal Universe, which is kind of fun. And then it goes back to 87 Donruss. And here's one that's that would have been a big deal back in the day. 87 Donruss, Bobby Bonilla. And if you don't know anything about Bobby Bonilla Day, by the way, look it up. This guy got crazy money from New York Mets, and I think every year on Bobby Bonilla Day, it's like July 30th or something like that. This guy gets like $1 million or $2 million every single year, and he will for the next 10 years or whatever because of the way they structured his contract. But which is crazy because he hasn't played in years and years and years. So they structured it very nicely for him apparently. So I'll try to skip around a little more here, but I do see some more Bowman Chrome, like Lance Berkman. So if you have any, and Roy Oswalt. So if you have any Astros fans out there watching, obviously the World Series is tonight. Really excited about it. A couple guys there. There's Manny Ramirez. And so like I said, this is kind of just a nice little throwback to the days of pre-hits where you just open up packs and you're able to see, just get enjoyment out of fun cards that aren't really worth a whole lot necessarily. So pretty cool to be able to do that. Gary Sheffield, Kurt Schilling, and then there's some more golds. There's LaRoche. I'm Facebook friends with his brother Andy LaRoche. That was in the majors as well. Carlos Lee, Jacoby Ellsbury. Let's see, Brandon Phillips, and then there's another Berkman. There's some Chrome. Zach Greinke. So I'm sure we'll be seeing some of him in the World Series at some point. And then, so it all of a sudden hops in to some more early 90s stuff. So Craig Biggio, for instance, and then a couple Wade Boggs cards, Mike Schmidt, 90 Donruss, by the way, love 90 Donruss. There's some people that hate it for some reason, and I don't know why. I think the red borders are just awesome. I really do. I just think they're really cool. There's a George Brett, and this is so this is kind of interesting. Okay, let me show you what I found here. So found a Bo Jackson times like 25 or something. Like, could you imagine actually pulling a box or a pack of cards and seeing nothing but Bo Jackson? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, it literally is 25, so it's right. So take a look at all those Bo Jackson 90 Donruss. How cool would it be if they're aqueous? For those of you that don't know what aqueous is, it's it was like a water-based ink that they did a test run of in 1990, and there's only like a handful of copies each, and they're worth big bucks. So like this Bo Jackson, like there's 25 Bo Jacksons here. There could be 1,000 Bo Jacksons, and one single Bo Jackson Donruss aqueous would be worth probably way more than all of them combined. So, and the way you can tell for the aqueous test cards is they'll say aqueous test diagonally on the back. So going forward in that, this is kind of interesting as well, even more so. Take a look at this. Right after it was Tony Gwynn, and it's all Tony Gwynn. And there's got to be, I want to say probably 50 Tony Gwynn. I mean, it's kind of weird. Like we already looked earlier, one of the first cards was a used 1970 Topps checklist. Then we had like a partial 90 score set, then some Bowman Chrome, and then some Bowman paper. I mean, really kind of weird. My desk is becoming like a super big mess here, but it's really kind of, it's fun. Like these boxes are just fun to kind of explore in. So give you a second to take a look and see who you think these guys are, the old school guys. Who do you think? This is Rod Carew and this is Johnny Bench. And these are from 1981 and 1982 respectively. And then you go forward, let's see, I see a Tony Gwynn, Manny Ramirez, Wade Boggs, Ricky Henderson, Jason Giambi, Wade Boggs, Ryan Sandberg, Ozzie Smith. So I'll show you kind of what I'm looking at here. And again, nothing really big by any stretch of the imagination, but really cool to be able to see some big time names in the cards we might have collected as kids. And so, yeah, really fun to be able to see that. And I've always loved that shot of Wade Boggs. 91 Topps is like legitimately underestimated when it comes to their photography. So really cool. And by the way, check it out also, like 91 Topps. If you Google it, there's like a boatload of different errors, and a lot of those errors will go for some really good money. Right, Sandberg, Boggs, modern one out there. There's McGuire. So half of the Bash brothers there. Wade Boggs, Sandberg, Sosa, Tomei, Boggs. And so here's something else I was going to show y'all. Like these, you remember the box sets that they had from like the late 80s, early 90s? Like this, they're glossy. They didn't really get much attention, but man, I love those things. I think they're really underappreciated as well because they've got much more limited print run than the flagship sets. But really cool stuff. Like Fleer did a bunch of them, Topps did a bunch of them in conjunction with like these grocery stores or other types of stores, which is pretty cool. So I got into some more 87 Donruss. And a lot of this is just memory stuff for me. So like here's A7 Donruss, Kevin Mitchell. Man, I loved Kevin Mitchell. He was a cool guy. Really good player back in the day. I remember pulling an 87 Fleer Kevin Mitchell at a water park. Like they had one of those big, what do you call them? Vending machine things. For cards, you put a quarter in or something, pull them out, and there's an 87 Fleer Kevin Mitchell I got, and I was like over the moon. I was so excited. So here's another thing. I really would love to know the history of these collections here. So here's like a bunch of Ryan Sandberg. Like, what is a boatload of 92 Leaf Ryan Sandberg doing with like some Bowman Chrome and all these others? It's really kind of funny. And oh, these are way nicer than any cards I had when I was a kid. But here's some SPX, Roy Halladay, and let's see, Carlos Beltran. And then there's some Fleer Ultra Gold, Barry Zito also, Nomar Garcia Parra, regular, Joe Mauer, Travis Hafner, Adrian Beltre. And then you have like a 92 Topps Gold, Juan Gonzalez, 92 Leaf Black, Juan Gonzalez, couple George Brett Topps Golds. This is a Ryan Sandberg 90 score. If I remember correctly, there's an error on here. Let me see real quick. I don't think this is the error version. I think they had an error version of this, if I remember correctly. But in any event, Hideo Nomo, Mattingly. This is a cool pucket, 93 SP. Man, I don't even remember this card, to be honest with you, but man, that's a classy card. Ivan Rodriguez. Then you have Angel Miranda of 94 Collector's Choice Gold signature. those are real tough cards, actually. Then you have a sample card, which is Ben Grieve. It says promotional sample right in the front. Let's see, what else? Zito, Bernie Williams, Roy Oswalt, so Manny Ramirez. So yeah, there's some good guys in here. Again, like I said, nothing really high dollar or anything like that at all. Especially if you're looking to get the excitement from somebody that's busting a box to possibly open like a Babe Ruth cut auto, you're probably on the wrong channel for this at least. But there's some really fun memories back here, and as I'm seeing him, you're seeing him for the first time. I'm seeing him for the first time here. So there's some elite extra editions. So let me show you kind of what those look like. And let's see if there's anything that's worth. So Matt Latos, I don't remember how to pronounce his last name. I'm Facebook friends with this guy, and he'll chime in every now and then on some of my posts. He's got like this crazy car collection, like not card collection, but car collection. So ask him for a picture. He'll be happy to show you. There's let's see what else. A lot of these guys, because they're apparently it looks like minor leaguers. I'm not going to know who a lot of these guys are, which is okay. Because every now and then you'll be able to find somebody that did make it, which is pretty cool to have like a minor league card of. But and every now and then you'll see like a basketball card. I didn't realize they did basketball in that same set for extra edition. And I think it's 2004 if I remember correctly. No, it's 2008. So who's in 2008 for this set? I don't really remember exactly, but anyway, let's see what else there is here. I don't think I'm really seeing anything in this pile, so we might kind of fast forward through some of this here. And let's see. There's a Brian Barton mini rookie. So, I mean, it's just what a weird like combination and mix this box is, right? I've got tons of these boxes in the garage. I mean, there's some basketball like Steve Nash and Tracy McGrady. There's some football, Michael Vick. Then there's a T.O. Real nice card. That's a nice shiny one there. So there's a good amount of football in here. It looks like there's a Bowman Sterling, Rick Romero, and then Brandon Wood, Antonelli. Then there's some more Bowman Chrome. Let's see what else here. I might just finish up like after this one row. Like we literally have not gone through one row yet. So there's three others to go. So we'll just probably stop here or after these next few piles. But there's a bunch of these Bowman rookies. So we'll see if there's anything that comes to my memory here as far as players go. Let's see. I don't really see anybody here that I know of too much. Okay. And it's kind of funny. Okay, so here's Brad Ziegler. I've talked to him, and I've actually done some customs of him as well. That's his rookie. I think now the cool thing about Brad Ziegler is, if I remember correctly, he ended up signing a boatload of stuff for Topps in exchange for Topps to create this like crazy huge booklet. It's like 7 or 8 panels. If you search it online or go on his Twitter, I'm sure you'd be able to find it. But it was very impressive looking. They did like a bat knob and all these other things. It was really cool. But let's see who else here. There's a lot of late 2000s rookie cards. And a lot of these guys I just don't remember. Like there's some guys I remember the names, but I don't know if they actually, did anything. Oh, there we go. There's Charlie Morton. He fractured his leg in Game 1 of the World Series. I remember that. And Shows him as a member of the Braves back then, like 2008. I didn't realize he came up with them. But anyway, so let's see if there's anyone else here that's interesting. There's a D Train, Black Mini, Dontrell Willis. And then there's also, let's see here. Eventually I'm going to be selling all these cards, by the way, guys. I just want to look through them, have some fun first, you know what I mean? But this is a Bowman Blue. This is numbered to 399. That's like our first serial numbered card in this run, if I remember correctly. And Trevor Cahill, and that's a Trevor Cahill rookie. He was a big deal for a while. Jose Reyes Gold. Who else? About does it for the first row. I'm going to pull out one other row that I saw over here that's kind of interesting to me. Let me see here. Then we'll visit it later if we want to, but where was this? It was actually the reason why I pulled this box out, because I thought it was kind of interesting. Get all of the 90 score back in here. There's a good amount of football in here too, and I don't really care too terribly much about. So I don't even really look through them. I don't really look through them. Let's see here. Is this it? Yeah, so this is kind of cool. I mean, nothing crazy, but there's some Fleer Ultras. You take a look at these, and they're just like real nice cards. This is Matt Chico rookie, Brad Lidge, Prince Fielder. There's another rookie, then Pedro Martinez, like a Owings rookie. Again, like very real sharp looking cards. There's a Lucky 13. I remember those were tough to get back in the day. Some prospects and the funny thing is there's Mike Moustakas. It's a minor league card, and I've never seen anything I've never seen these cards before. It's funny, you're in this hobby for years and years and years and years, and every now and then you still run into actual complete sets that you've never even seen before, which is kind of cool. So let me see if there's any names in here that Carlos Carrasco, Joey Votto. There you go. Minor league Joey Votto. Tim Hudson, Jim Thome, Manny Ramirez. So pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here. It's been fun to go through this stuff. I've really enjoyed this. So just kind of to remind you a few things that we got, which is kind of cool. So Rod Carew and Johnny Bench, early 80s Topps stickers, a boatload of 90 Donruss Tony Gwynn. I don't know why. And then let's see, a 70 Topps checklist that was marked, Bobby Bonilla. And we got, like I said, there's a boatload of other cards in here. So there's bound to be some other fun things to find. Again, nothing that I'm going to pull up and be like, oh my gosh, this is $100 card, I'm going to send it in to be graded or anything like that by any stretch of the imagination. It's just all about fun. And then also we have promotional sample and hard to find parallel. We have some minis. It's just a really, really good mix of fun stuff. So anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and stop there. I don't know how to stop this. This is my first live video. I guess I just pressed the X in the upper right hand corner. But anyway, so thank you guys for tuning in. And if y'all like this sort of thing, let me know. I'll do some more videos like this, just me going through some cards. I've got plenty of boxes to go through. So anyways, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Thanks for watching.